Podcast host Joe Rogan had a chance encounter when he ran into Axl Rose of Guns N' Roses at a restaurant in Athens, Greece. Now, this is a pretty cool post coming from Joe Rogan's official Instagram, and it reads, "Was in Greece on vacation and randomly ran into Axl Rose at a restaurant. He invited us to see Guns N' Roses in Athens, and it was fucking amazing. They went hard for 3 hours in the blazing heat, and the crowd was incredible. If you have a chance to see them near you, I can't recommend it enough." And here's Joe Rogan on stage showing his perspective from Guns N' Roses. Now, this is really cool. You know, this is actually refreshing to see as well, because the one thing I've wondered about Joe Rogan, with all of his fuck you money, his hundreds of millions of dollars, is why is this guy never traveling? You know, I've only ever really seen Rogan spending time in Los Angeles and, you know, Houston. I never really see him go anywhere. People always ask him if he's gone to the pyramids. He talks about how much he loves the pyramids, and he always says he's never gone anywhere. So I've really always scratched my head as to why Joe Rogan does not travel. Let me tell you something. I ever get some fuck you money, the first thing I'm going to do is see the world. That to me is just the basics when it comes to having a lot of cash. But it's cool to see Joe Rogan sort of out and about in the world. I think he's sort of, people sort of become like a talking head when they just sit in one environment and they never move around and they never show you how they are in another environment. It's like they become a caricature of themselves. You know, definitely cool to hear positive reviews about Guns N' Roses as well, because Axl Rose and Guns N' Roses were voted one of the worst acts to see in the current times, which is not necessarily completely a surprise, just due to the fact that Axl Rose's voice is not what it used to be. But Guns N' Roses were called frontrunners for the worst Glastonbury performers of all time, after massive negative press during their last set. Now, whatever the case may be, it's definitely good to see Guns N' Roses out on the road. You know, again, the way I see it, if nobody's putting a gun to somebody's head and making them buy tickets, I think it's completely fair to keep touring. If the fans want to keep seeing it, if people from different generations want to experience Guns N' Roses who maybe weren't around in the beginning, I think it's totally cool for them to go ahead and tour. I would prefer that they're in touring shape. I would prefer they're able to do it 100%. But if they're not, again, and if somebody wants to see it, I think that's definitely their right. I definitely will not be going, but I think it's your right if you do want to go. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments.